and the All Indiana Podcast Network. This is the News 8 Daily 8 Podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update.
Hello, I'm Jeremy Jenkins, and this is your News 8 Daily 8 Podcast for Tuesday, May 6th. We begin in Hendricks County, where we are working to find out more about a deadly shooting involving deputies outside the courthouse in Danville. It happened just before 1 yesterday afternoon. State police say that deputies were taking inmates to court hearings when 65-year-old Mark Vodder confronted the group, pulled a gun out, and fired at least one shot. Investigators say that 2 deputies returned fire, striking Vodder, who later died at the scene. Police have not said what may have led to the shooting. The deputies involved have been placed on administrative leave, which is standard procedure. Back here in Indianapolis, the family of a special needs student are suing Indianapolis Public Schools, as well as a former teacher accused of shooting video of students fighting while he egged them on. The lawsuit that names Julius Jonathan is tied to a different student than the one involved in the fights that happened back in 2023. The suit says a 6-year-old endured verbal and physical bullying while under Jonathan's care. The family says the child suffered injuries, including one that required surgery. Last year, prosecutors charged Jonathan with neglect in the case involving the fights that were caught on video. He is still awaiting trial on that charge. The West Lafayette City Council has approved a rezoning plan that clears the way for a new chip manufacturing plant. The 6-3 vote came down at around 1:30 this morning following nearly 6 hours of public comment. News 8 was at that meeting and found most of the comments from those in attendance were against the project. They voiced concerns about public health and environmental risk of the plant going up near neighborhoods. South Korean chip manufacturer SK Hynix is behind the project. They are planning to build a computer chip packaging facility just north of Cowbarrow Road between Yeager Road and Tippecanoe County Road 50 West. In Hamilton County, prosecutors are asking a judge to charge a now 18-year-old driver as an adult in the crash that killed former Hamilton Southeastern High School football star Mason Alexander. Investigators say the driver was underage at the time of the crash. Alexander's cousin spoke to iTeam 8 about the arrest. Just take a listen.
The message that I have to that young man is cars are not something that you play with. And having your friend or so-called or even someone else in the car you could possibly end your life as well as theirs.
If the case is moved to adult court, the driver could face charges including reckless homicide, reckless driving, and possession of false government-issued identification. Now to a story iTeam 8 has been following. A death row inmate is asking the governor to spare his life. Benjamin Ritchie killed a Beech Grove police officer nearly 25 years ago. He is scheduled to be executed by lethal injection in 2 weeks. iTeam 8's Tim Spears reports.
I ruined my life and other people's lives, and I'm so sorry for that night.
Benjamin Ritchie had 1 hour to make his case for clemency Monday, saying he's not the same man who killed Beech Grove police officer William Toney.
I was just a kid, been on blowing his own life up and everybody else's life around me.
September 29, 2000, Ritchie and 2 others stole a van. There was a police chase. Ritchie ran. When Toney caught up, Ritchie shot him in the neck, killing the officer, husband, and father of a 4-year-old daughter and 18-month-old baby girl.
I tried to do positive things now. I was so bent on destroying other people's lives. All thing I can do is try to give back now.
In recent appeals, Ritchie's defense argued he has extensive brain damage from partial fetal alcohol syndrome, affecting his impulse control, especially when he was 20 years old. But the now 44-year-old is focused on his remorse, efforts to rehabilitate, and helping others in prison. When asked what he would tell Officer Toney's family, Ritchie said, if the state spares his life, any good he does will be in Officer Toney's name.
It's horrible he lost his life. There's not a day goes by I wish I could take it back. Me helping other screw-ups not reoffend, not come back to Indiana's prisons, I think his life could best be served that way.
The Indiana Parole Board will use this fact-finding hearing to make a recommendation to Governor Mike Braun, who will ultimately decide whether to stop Ritchie's May 20th execution. There will be another hearing next Monday in Indianapolis. Tim Spears for Wish TV and WishTV.com.
Let's talk sports. The Pacers will try to take a 2-0 lead in their Eastern Conference semifinal series tonight in Cleveland. The Pacers beat the Cavs on Sunday 121-112. Tonight's game tips off at 7 o'clock. When it comes to the weather, Marcus Bailey has us covered this morning. Here is your News 8 Daily 8 forecast.
Temperatures still struggled a bit. We're going to find some improvement, but we do have a few bumps in the road that we have to get through here this morning. Fog tracker showing some signs of some limited visibility, especially west and southwest of Indy and around Bloomington. We're less than a mile of visibility. That's the numbers here in miles. Anytime you're at 1 or below, that's where we have some cause for concern. If you're above that, not a significant issue, all right? So just be aware, if you're going 69 or 70, getting into the west or southwest part of the state, it's going to be maybe a little foggy in spots. There's the rain, and Tara will be showing you some views out in Wayne County here shortly, but it has been very consistent showers. Newcastle, Richmond, Connorsville, Winchester, Portland, Fort Wayne, all dealing with very steady rain connected to this area of low pressure that is hanging out in northeast Michigan. This is eventually going to start tracking to the north and east, and that should be helping us clear some things out throughout the day today. In fact, you can see breaks in the clouds already this morning. 49 southwest wind at 8 miles per hour. Upper 40s, lower 50s, so it is a crisp start here this morning. Clouds gradually break today, 70 degrees this afternoon, much better than yesterday, and it's actually close to where we should be for this time of year, right around 70 across all of central Indiana. Warmer days are ahead as we roll through this week. Also eyeing some rain chances before we head into Mother's Day weekend. We'll time that out in my Storm Track 8 forecast coming your way in just a few minutes.
To get a peek at Marcus Bailey's full forecast, just head over to wishtv.com, or you can download the Wish TV Storm Track 8 app. And don't forget to check out our Storm Track 8 weather blogs. This has been your News 8 Daily 8 podcast for Tuesday, May 6th. I'm Jeremy Jenkins for Wish TV and wishtv.com.
This is the News 8 Daily 8 podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update on demand. For even more, on demand and on the go, connect with Wish TV on Facebook at wishtv.com and on the free Wish TV mobile app. Thank you for listening, and be sure to like, subscribe, and follow this podcast for updates every weekday morning on the All Indiana Podcast Network and wherever you get your podcast.